Have you ever looked in the mirror and wondered if your eyes seemed different? Maybe the color looked a bit off, or you noticed a subtle shift in shade? If so, you're not alone. Many people report experiencing changes in their eye color, and it's a topic that sparks curiosity and wonder. What does it mean when our eye color changes? Is there a deeper significance to these shifts? Today, we're going to explore the fascinating world of changing eye colors and their potential spiritual meaning. Let's start by understanding the science behind eye color. Our eyes get their color from a pigment called melanin, which is also responsible for our skin and hair color. The amount and type of melanin in our iris determine our eye color. But here's where it gets interesting. Our eye color isn't always fixed. Various factors can influence how our eyes appear, leading to subtle or sometimes noticeable changes. One common reason for eye color changes is aging. As we grow older, our bodies produce less melanin, which can cause our eyes to appear lighter. This is a natural process and nothing to be concerned about. Another factor is lighting conditions. You might notice your eyes look different in natural sunlight compared to artificial indoor lighting. This is because different light sources can highlight various undertones in your iris. Emotions and mood can also play a role in how our eyes look. When we're feeling strong emotions, our pupils can dilate or contract, which can affect the appearance of our eye color. Some people report that their eyes seem to change color when they're angry, excited, or sad. Now, let's address some myths and facts about changing eye colors. One common misconception is that eye color can change dramatically overnight. While gradual changes can occur, sudden and drastic changes are rare and might indicate a medical condition. It's also a myth that eating certain foods can alter your eye color. While diet can affect overall health, it doesn't directly impact eye color. A surprising fact is that many babies are born with blue eyes that change color as they grow. This is because melanin production increases after birth, potentially darkening the eyes over time. Another interesting fact is that some people have heterochromia, a condition where each eye is a different color or one eye has multiple colors. Throughout history, different cultures have attributed various meanings to eye color and its changes. In some societies, changing eye colors were seen as a sign of magic or supernatural abilities. Other cultures viewed it as a mark of wisdom or spiritual growth. These beliefs highlight how eye color has long captured human imagination and curiosity. From a spiritual perspective, changing eye colors can hold deep significance. Some believe that our eyes are indeed windows to the soul, reflecting our inner states and spiritual evolution. In this view, changes in eye color might indicate shifts in consciousness, personal growth, or spiritual awakening. The concept of eyes as windows to the soul is not just poetic. It reflects the idea that our eyes can communicate much about our inner selves. When we make eye contact with someone, we often feel a deep connection or insight into their emotions and thoughts. Some spiritual traditions suggest that as we grow and evolve spiritually, this might be reflected in subtle changes to our physical appearance, including our eyes. If you're curious about your own eye color changes, there are some practical ways to observe them. Try looking at your eyes in different lighting conditions and at different times of day. Notice if your emotional state seems to affect how your eyes look. Keep a journal of any changes you observe, noting factors like sleep, stress levels, and overall health. It's important to note that while occasional subtle changes in eye color can be normal, significant, or sudden changes, should be checked by an eye doctor. Sometimes changes in eye color can indicate underlying health conditions that need attention. Many people have shared fascinating experiences with changing eye colors. Some report noticing their eyes shift with the seasons, appearing lighter in summer and darker in winter. Others have observed changes during significant life events or periods of personal growth. These stories often describe a sense of wonder and connection to something greater than themselves. So what can we learn from the phenomenon of changing eye colors? Perhaps it's a reminder of our ever-changing nature. Just as our eyes can shift and change, so too can we as individuals. It encourages us to pay attention to the subtle changes in ourselves and others, fostering a deeper sense of self-awareness and connection. Changing eye colors also teach us about the complexity and beauty of human diversity. No two pairs of eyes are exactly alike, and even our own eyes can surprise us with their variations. This uniqueness is something to celebrate and appreciate. As we wrap up our exploration of changing eye colors and their spiritual meaning, we invite you to reflect on your own experiences. Have you noticed changes in your eye color? What did it mean to you? Your insights and stories are valuable, and we encourage you to share them in the comments below. By sharing our experiences, we can build a community of understanding and mutual curiosity about this intriguing aspect of human experience. Remember, whether your eyes change color or not, they are unique to you. They reflect your experiences, your emotions, and perhaps even your spiritual journey. Take a moment today to really look into your own eyes. What do you see? What story do they tell? In conclusion, the phenomenon of changing eye colors is a fascinating blend of science, culture, and spirituality. While we may not have all the answers, exploring this topic opens up new ways of thinking about our bodies, our experiences, and our connection to the world around us. It reminds us that there is always more to discover about ourselves and the incredible complexity of human nature. As we continue to learn and grow, let's keep our eyes and our minds open to the wonders that surround us and the mysteries that lie within. Who knows what insights we might gain by simply paying attention to the subtle shifts in our own eyes. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of changing eye colors and their spiritual meaning. We hope this video has sparked your curiosity and encouraged you to look at yourself and others with fresh eyes. Until next time, keep wondering, keep exploring, and keep growing. Now, let's delve deeper into the scientific aspects of eye color changes. The iris, the colored part of our eye, contains cells called melanocytes. These cells produce melanin, the pigment responsible for eye color. The amount and type of melanin determine whether our eyes appear blue, green, hazel, brown, or any shade in between. Interestingly, the only pigment our eyes actually produce is brown. The other colors we see are the result of how light interacts with the structure of the iris. For example, blue eyes aren't actually blue. They appear that way because of how light scatters in the iris, similar to why the sky looks blue. This structural aspect of eye color is why lighting can have such a significant impact on how our eyes appear. In bright light, our pupils constrict, revealing more of the iris and often making the color appear more vivid. In dim light, our pupils dilate, showing less of the iris and potentially making the color appear darker. The role of genetics in eye color is complex. While we used to think eye color was determined by a single gene, we now know that multiple genes are involved. This explains why children don't always have the same eye color as their parents, and why some people have eyes that seem to be a blend of colors. Let's talk more about heterochromia, the condition where a person has two different colored eyes or multiple colors within one eye. Central heterochromia is when there's a different color near the pupil than at the outer edge of the iris. Sectoral heterochromia is when only a portion of the iris is a different color. Complete heterochromia is when each eye is a distinctly different color. These variations are usually harmless and can be quite striking. Now let's explore some of the psychological aspects of eye color changes. Our perception of color is subjective and can be influenced by our emotions and mental state. When we're feeling intense emotions, our body releases hormones that can cause our pupils to dilate. This change in pupil size can affect how much of the iris is visible, potentially altering the perceived color of our eyes. Moreover, our perception of our own eye color can be influenced by our self-image and mood. If we're feeling confident and positive, we might perceive our eyes as brighter or more vivid. Conversely, when we're tired or stressed, we might see our eyes as duller or darker. From a cultural perspective, eye color has held significance in many societies throughout history. In ancient Egypt, the god Horus was often depicted with one eye representing the sun and the other the moon, symbolizing the duality of nature. In Norse mythology, the god Odin sacrificed one of his eyes for wisdom, highlighting the connection between sight and knowledge. In some Native American traditions, people with eyes that change color were believed to have special spiritual gifts or the ability to see beyond the physical world. This belief in the spiritual significance of changing eye colors has persisted in various forms across different cultures and time periods. In modern times, the fascination with eye color continues. Many people use colored contact lenses to temporarily change their eye color, reflecting a desire to experiment with identity and self-expression. This practice raises interesting questions about how we perceive ourselves and how we want others to perceive us. From a spiritual standpoint, some believe that our physical bodies, including our eyes, reflect our spiritual state. In this view, changes in eye color might be seen as external manifestations of internal spiritual growth or transformation. Some spiritual traditions suggest that as we develop our intuition or psychic abilities, our eyes might subtly change to reflect this inner shift. The concept of the third eye in many Eastern spiritual traditions is also relevant to our discussion. The third eye, located in the center of the forehead, is believed to be the seat of intuition and higher consciousness. Some people report feeling sensations in this area during meditation or spiritual experiences. While the third eye isn't a physical eye, the idea connects our ability to see in a spiritual sense with our physical eyes. It's worth noting that while many people find meaning in changing eye colors, it's important to approach these ideas with a balance of openness and critical thinking. While personal experiences and spiritual beliefs can be profound and meaningful, they should be considered alongside scientific understanding. Speaking of science, let's explore some of the medical reasons why eye color might change. Certain eye conditions can cause changes in eye color. For example, Horner's syndrome, which affects the nerves to the eye, can cause one eye to appear lighter than the other. Pigment dispersion syndrome can cause pigment to flake off the back of the iris, potentially lightening eye color over time. Some medications can also affect eye color. For instance, prostaglandin analogs used to treat glaucoma can darken light-colored eyes. This change is usually permanent, even if the medication is stopped. This is why it's crucial to discuss any noticeable changes in eye color with a healthcare professional. Nutrition can play a role in eye health, which indirectly affects how our eyes look. While diet can't directly change your eye color, a balanced diet rich in vitamins A, C, and E, as well as omega-3 fatty acids, can support overall eye health. Healthy eyes tend to look clearer and brighter, which can enhance the appearance of your natural eye color. Let's consider the broader implications of our fascination with changing eye colors. This interest reflects our human tendency to seek meaning in the world around us and in our own experiences. We're pattern-seeking creatures, always looking for connections and significance in what we observe. Our curiosity about changing eye colors also speaks to our desire for uniqueness and individuality. In a world where we often feel pressure to conform, the idea that our eyes might be constantly changing, reflecting our inner states, is appealing. It suggests that there's always more to discover about ourselves and others. Moreover, the topic of changing eye colors touches on the intersection of science, spirituality, and personal experience. It reminds us that these areas of knowledge and understanding don't have to be in conflict. Instead, they can complement each other, offering different perspectives on the same phenomena. As we continue to explore this topic, it's important to remain open-minded while also maintaining a grounding in scientific understanding. Personal experiences and spiritual beliefs can provide comfort, meaning, and inspiration. At the same time, scientific knowledge helps us understand the physical processes at work and can guide us in distinguishing between normal variations and potential health concerns. For those interested in observing their own eye color changes, consider keeping a record over time. Note the lighting conditions, your emotional state, and any other factors that might be relevant. You might be surprised at the patterns you discover. Remember, though, that our perception can be influenced by our expectations, so try to observe as objectively as possible. It's also worth considering how our fascination with eye color relates to larger questions of identity and self-perception. Our eyes are often one of the first things people notice about us, and they play a crucial role in non-verbal communication. How does the idea of changing eye colors influence how we see ourselves and how we interact with others? In our increasingly digital world, where much of our interaction happens through screens, our eyes take on even greater significance when we do have face-to-face encounters. They provide a direct, unmediated connection to another person. Perhaps this is why we find the idea of changing eye colors so intriguing. It suggests that this connection is dynamic and ever-changing. As we near the end of our exploration, let's reflect on what we've learned. We've covered the science behind eye color, debunked some myths, explored cultural and spiritual perspectives, and considered the personal significance of changing eye colors. We've seen how this topic touches on biology, psychology, culture, and spirituality, demonstrating the interconnectedness of these aspects of human experience. What can we take away from this journey? Perhaps it's a renewed appreciation for the complexity and beauty of our eyes. Maybe it's a reminder to pay attention to the subtle changes in ourselves and others. Or it could be an invitation to explore the balance between scientific understanding and personal or spiritual meaning in our lives. Whatever insights you've gained, we encourage you to continue observing, questioning, and learning. Our understanding of the world and ourselves is always evolving, just like the colors of our eyes. Stay curious, stay open, and keep exploring the wonders that surround us and lie within us. Thank you for joining us on this in-depth exploration of changing eye colors and their potential spiritual meaning. We hope this discussion has provided you with new information, sparked your curiosity, and perhaps even encouraged you to look at yourself and others with fresh eyes. Remember, every pair of eyes tells a unique story. What story do yours tell?